Andre Iguodala.
Jaylen Brown.
Andre Iguodala.
Jaylen Brown.
Andre Iguodala.
For the Warriors to get this shot right.
Boston in front. What a shot by Jaylen Brown.
On this episode of NBA Now and Then, the greatest comparisons, we compare two ultra-athletic wings from different eras.
This high-flying, multi-talented player was the perfect fit for the Warriors dynasty.
His place in Celtics history was cemented after winning the highest honor on the biggest stage.
Their IQ on the basketball court is as impressive as their intellect and business savvy off the court.
We are ready to present to you Jaylen Brown and Andre Iguodala. I'm Uriah.
I'm Maurice.
I'm Lucas.
And I'm Ben.
And we're here to talk NBA
Now and Then.
Before we begin, we humbly ask that you follow our show on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You know it makes a difference as we're out here trying to build our Comparison Hoops community. So we have these really great wing players from different eras. Let's talk about why we are discussing these players. Let's go with Ben first. Why are we comparing these players?
They're similar sizes. They're about 6'6", 6'7" length. They're both two-way guys, and they're really good defenders. They're kind of almost like the closest comp to a classic wing, like a Scottie Pippen, who can also play the two guard. So there's interchangeable guys that you can also play at shooting guard. So I think physically they're very similar players.
Okay. Yeah, play the two, play the three, defense when you need it, offense when you need it.
Yep.
What about you, Lucas?
They're uber athletic. They're positionally versatile guys.
Right.
And I don't want to steal Maurice's point because technically I said it first, but you know. You go ahead, Maurice.
Yeah, Maurice.
I'll bring it back to you, but yeah, two wing players, two guys who basically don't mind being the number two or sometimes the number three star on their team. But when it matters the most, they come up clutch, either finals MVP or just big game-winning shots when it matters the most. But yeah, Lucas said it first. I'll give Lucas credit. He said it first.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, when you are an NBA star of their caliber and you have to play the Robin to someone else's Batman, a la Allen Iverson, Andre Iguodala, a la Steph Curry. Steph Curry, Andre Iguodala, just different points of his career. And then you have Jaylen Brown, who I guess, depending on who you talk to, is in the shadow of Jason Tatum. If you look at the marketability and the endorsements, I think Tatum has him by maybe a little bit in terms of companies. Like he's got potato chip bag commercials, Sprite commercials. I forget what he's doing, but
Jordan Brand.
One of the biggest reasons why I think, Lucas, I'm leaning towards this comp is because every comp we do, like their play on the court is phenomenal. But these two players in particular, their intellect that Ben mentioned in his part of the intro really is high above anybody else in the league. If you look at Jaylen Brown and what he does, I think, Lucas, you mentioned he teaches at MIT.
Yeah, he lectures at MIT. I don't know if he's like a full-time professor.
Right, he lectured. I've seen that. He plays chess. He's part of the Players Union in a position.
Bill Nye came and visited him at the Celtics arena.
There you go, Bill Nye. There's another reason why. So, and then Andre Iguodala, he's a best-selling author. He, too, was part of the Players Union. When you think about post-career, pre-career, where they went to school and things of that nature, both of these players are tremendously smart. Just another part of the narrative of why we're discussing this. So that being said, you guys all set?
Let's roll.
Ready to go.
All right, let's get into it.
First quarter. Background.
All right, it's time to talk about JB, a.k.a. Old Man. But before he got those nicknames, he was born Jaylen Marcellus Brown in Marietta, Georgia on October 24th, 1996. Growing up, Jaylen's mother was a college professor, and his dad was a pro heavyweight boxer, standing at 7 feet tall. Whoa. His mother primarily raised him, though, along with his older brother. His mom told ESPN that his love for basketball began when he was around 9 months after noticing a basketball on the living room floor of their home. His mom also mentioned that he was always a determined child, putting in hours of basketball practice and always having a ball with him. Who can guess what Jaylen would always do first when he got home from school? Let's go with
Do we
Lucas
get multiple
first.
choice here?
Nah, just take a guess. What would he always do when he got home from school?
Read a book about science?
Ben?
Watch Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah, let's go.
Shout out Bill Nye. Okay, Maurice?
I'm actually going to say pray.
When he got home from school?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess technically Lucas is the most correct.
Hey.
When he would come home from school, he would do his homework.
I was thinking about that, saying that.
Not
but
a trick question.
Yeah, that was kind of obvious, honey.
I thought someone was going to say he would practice his jump shot or something. I
was
did
gonna
not
say-
think anyone was going to say pray.
I was going to say, Maurice, when he was going to say pray, I thought he was going to say pray for a better handle, but you know.
Oh, come on.
Oh my God. That was horrible. You look, man.
That's why I didn't say it in the moment.
You get one of those, man.
I
on our featured
I
player.
deserve that one. I deserve
Oh,
that
man.
one. I will own up to that. I'm sorry. That was a bad joke.
No,
you can
okay.
delete it if you want.
No.
Or blooper reel or something.
I'm just going to pray for you tonight. That's all.
Pray for a better ball handle.
Celtics
Me,
fans
yeah,
want to
for
come
sure.
after you, Lucas.
Yeah. All right. According to a GQ Sports article written by Michael Pina, Jaylen loved to read. He was into Harry Potter, Aragon, and a series of unfortunate events. But when it came to hoops, Jaylen was quite the player. He ranked in the top 5 of ESPN's class of 2015 ranking. He was a McDonald's All-American, and he played in the Nike Hoop Summit as well as the Jordan Brand Classic. He was Georgia's Player of the Year, and he was named Georgia Mr. Basketball. First over-under, when Jaylen Brown was a senior at Wheeler High School, what was his points per game average? Over-under 30 points a game.
I'm going to go over.
Well, we got to remember how many minutes are in a high school game. What did we say, 32?
Right.
So I'm going to say under.
I'll say over.
All right. Maurice, what did you say again?
Over.
All right. Lucas, this is for you.
Mm.
It was under. He averaged 28 points. 28 points a game.
Guys, I'm tapping in my inner Jaylen Brown. You got to use math on this one.
Inner Jaylen. Okay.
Inner Jaylen Brown. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's so rare because there's only 32 minutes in a high school basketball game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like they play zone. It's just hard to average over 30, like to get a point a minute.
Well, when we recorded Trae Young, Tim Hardaway
He did.
last week,
Yeah.
what did he average? Like almost 40, I think 42.
Yeah.
That's
Trae Young is
launching
just
threes.
crazy, though. Yeah.
He's crazy, yeah. Jaylen Brown's stat line before going to college was 28 points a game, 12 boards, while leading his team to a 30-3 record and a number 6 national ranking in the USA Today Super 25
I want to know
poll.
which teams beat his team.
That's a good question. I don't have that in front of me, but do you guys want to hear about his dramatic state championship performance?
Sure.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
Did
so
he play
check this
against
out.
any other NBA players in that state championship?
I'd have to look that up. I'll get back to you on that, and then you can put it on Facebook.
Sure.
So, in the state title game, he went to the foul line down by 1 with 0.6 seconds left. He sank both free throws for the victory. In that game, he put up 22 points, 9 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block. And he made, get ready for this, 12 of 12 free throws. Boom.
Ooh, clutch.
Boom. Clutch.
Much.
All right. So what stands out to you guys about Jaylen Brown before he got to college? I'll go to Lucas first.
I think the most impressive thing is he grew up in Georgia, and yet he went to college in Cal.
Right.
You would think that he would go to like Clemson, like you think of big basketball schools. In on the east, in those southern states, you think of Florida or Georgia or Georgia Tech. Any
Good
ACC
point.
school really should have been his priority. But Cal is also known for their high educational standards too.
It's
Cal and
funny you
Stanford.
mention that. I have some notes on that, Lucas, so I'll definitely get back to you on that. Maurice, what stands out?
Wow, what stands out to me is he really did focus a lot on education growing up. We see it now, and
Right.
I'm kind of jumping ahead, and I'm sorry. But, he really did take a stance on social justice when there was a lot of protesting going on a couple years ago. And that's something that's really important to him. And it started at home with good family values. So that really stands out to me.
Yeah, his mom was a professor, and Jaylen is always that type of cerebral, not just player, but person that
he's smart, dude.
Puts
really
certain
smart
things. Dude. Yeah, he put certain things high on his priority list, and academics was definitely one of them. Ben, what about you?
Yeah, I would say that because everyone's kind of talking about like him as his character, which is pretty obvious. He's like really smart and seems really sensitive and kind and gives back and just overall a great dude. He got a lot of flack for the 2022 finals, but hearing the 12 for 12 from the line, he does have a clutch gene. If you watch some of the playoffs games, it's kind of him that comes up big. I mean, both those guys just have like such a clutch gene where they just are really locked in at the end, especially the last minute or two if it's a close game. Both ends, I think he's really, he's really ready for the moment.
All right, we were talking about reasons why he chose Cal, but before we get into that, does anyone know what other schools recruited Jaylen besides Cal?
That is a good question. I would suspect
Georgia.
Duke would have made sense because they're a high educational institution on top of the basketball stuff.
Duke is not on my list, though. Duke is not on my list. Yeah, there is a couple big schools.
I'm guessing UNC,
Georgia.
Okay, Georgia, Florida,
Texas,
Florida State.
I have Kentucky. I have UCLA, Michigan, Kansas, and UNC.
All the blue ones. Okay,
yeah.
Makes sense.
So I didn't see Duke. I didn't see Georgia. I didn't see. I mean, they might have, but we know he went to Cal. Does anybody know why he went to Cal?
The engineering degree.
I'll just generalize it. He chose it because of their academic program. From the Harvard Crimson website, he actually spoke at Harvard in 2018. He told all those students that he went to Cal because they had strong academics out there. Yeah. And I have a quote for him. He says in an article, "My best experience was taking classes there. The basketball was whatever it was. The chips fall into place, but the educational experience I had at Cal, second to none." So Jaylen Brown did not spend too much time at the University of Cal, despite being such a scholar. In that 1 year, he put up decent numbers. In an 11-game span, he scored at least 13 points. According to the Cal website, Jaylen has the 5th highest scoring average for a freshman at 14 points a game, over under his career scoring high at Cal, over under 26 points.
I'm going to go under.
I remember his numbers being pretty low.
I'm going to go over just to be different.
Ben and Maurice, get it together.
Hey, let's go.
The answer
he had to have something high to be the second overall pick, okay?
I'm sorry, Ben. It's me.
you look, you need to follow my lead on this. I usually get these right, especially early on, man.
Yeah, this is one of Lucas' errors right here.
All right, impressively, he recorded 4 double-doubles as a freshman. I'm going to leave his college accolades for Ben, but I do have his numbers from the NCAA tournament that he was in, which might shock you. Get ready for this. Although he had a great season as a freshman, Jaylen Brown only scored 4 points in this tournament game, where Cal was upset by the University of Hawaii. In the opening round, he played just 17 minutes and attempted only 6 shots.
Can I preface how big of an upset that was real quick?
That's a huge upset.
Because, okay, you think of Hawaii, you think of Mountain West because you think of football. They weren't in the Mountain West for football. They were on the West Coast Conference.
Okay.
They're in the same conference as, like, University of San Francisco.
Yeah, like Portland State. Yeah,
Portland State. They're transferring to the Mountain West now for all of their sports.
Right.
Hawaii is not known as a basketball team. They're known as a football team with Colt Brennan back in like 2006.
That's good.
R.I.P. Colt Brennan.
That's some good detail on your part. Thank you, Lucas. But Jaylen Brown, soon after getting booted from the tournament, he declared for the NBA draft, where he was selected by the Boston Celtics.
With the 3rd pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Jaylen Brown from the University of California, Berkeley.
Perhaps a surprise to some, Jaylen Brown averaged nearly 15 points in his lone season for the sturdy Golden Bears. Just this week, he went back to Boston for another workout and another chat with the Celtics press. And again, trades have to go through the league. I'm not suggesting we know anything. I'm just saying we can pump the brakes just a little. But if this is the Celtics' choice, what do you think of it?
I like it because with his size at 6'6", he can play in the backcourt, he can play in the front court, he can be a ball handler, a guy that plays on the ball, off the ball. Defensively, he'll be able to compete. He has the athleticism and the strength to go against some of the elite wing players we have in the game.
There you heard it. There's his draft night footage. I think it was Jalen Rose giving some commentary. What do you think about Jaylen Brown's time at Cal or any other details you want to bring up?
Well, I just want to talk about where he landed in the draft. That was the 2016 draft. Ben Simmons went 1, Brandon Ingram went 2. Jaylen Brown was considered an afterthought after those two. Like those two were considered like the – and I will say this. I think he landed in the perfect situation because here's the reason why. The Sixers and the Lakers would have needed him to perform right off the bat. Like, people forget Jaylen Brown's rookie season. I'll pull it up here real quick, but I believe it was around 6 points per game. It was, 6.5 points per game his rookie year. They didn't need him to do much because they still had prime Isaiah Thomas.
Kyrie Irving.
2016-17? Are you
didn't
sure?
get Kyrie yet.
No,
not yet. Okay.
Yeah, no. IT was his rookie year.
Okay.
They traded for IT after that. I mean, Kyrie after that year. But
Avery Bradley. Yeah, I remember that.
They had other players to pick up the offense so that he could slowly develop. Because if he was asked to develop too quickly, I don't know if we get the Jaylen Brown that we have today.
Okay, cool. What about you, Maurice? Anything about Cal stand out?
Yeah, I do remember that Cal team. They had another NBA player on that team, Ivan Rabb.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he got drafted too. He did not turn out. He did not get that long.
But at Cal, he was a really good player. I was really shocked that they didn't go further. They had the talent, but Jaylen Brown did project really well into the NBA. Like Lucas said, he landed in the perfect spot. Celtics kind of got lucky with their draft picks those couple years there. It's 2016, 2017.
Thank the Brooklyn Nets for that, by the way.
Yeah, you can thank the Brooklyn Nets and the Sixers. He fell in the right spot for sure. Don't forget, they still had Al Horford, who was a vet, before he went away, then he came back. Yeah, they had good veterans on that team to help him develop. Because remember, his rookie year, he was more so known as a high flyer, a dunker, more so than a well-rounded player at that point.
Yeah, I remember him jumping in the draft. I do remember studying that draft a bit, and Jaylen Brown, I think he was always kind of in the top 10 maybe, but he could have fallen to 8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you never really thought about him after Simmons and Ingram. They were so polished that you didn't really think about that. So he was kind of a project for them. And the thing, that draft pick was the first of the famous, people consider it the worst draft ever, the Garnett and Paul Pierce to the Nets for unprotected picks. And so this Jaylen Brown pick was the first one. And then next year.
No, it wasn't the first one. James Young was.
Which one was James? Was he in 2015?
2014.
Okay. All right. Well, this is the first top 3 pick that they got.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown, and the next year they got
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum, which they actually had the number 1 pick that they traded. So yeah, that's kind of what stands out to me. It's the start of their dynasty. They just drafted well.
By the way, this was straight up unprotected first round pick.
Yeah. Yep.
The Jason Tatum was a pick swap, but this was just they didn't have the pick.
Yeah. Whenever I hear Cal, I think of Jason Kidd, who we compared this season 2, to Chris Paul. Great episode, by the way. Please check that out. But yeah, Cal was his choice. It wasn't all about athletics. It was also about academics. So we're going to switch over to another cerebral NBA player. I think you guys know who I'm talking about. Let's switch over. All right, let's get into Iggy, a.k.a. AI2, a.k.a. Dollar Bills. Didn't hear that one before.
I never heard that one.
Yeah, thank you, Basketball Reference. But before he landed those nicknames, he was born Andre Tyler Iguodala on January 28th, 1984 in Springfield, Illinois. Growing up, Iguodala's mom encouraged him and his brother to venture life outside of Springfield. As a result, he knew he would one day spread his wings outside the small Illinois town. He appreciated the organized sports programs in Springfield as a youth, but laments how a teacher once challenged his presence in a 7th grade honors class. When he walked into the class, she said, according to Iguodala, quote, "I think you might be in the wrong classroom, dear." Meanwhile, he was an honor roll student. I wish that teacher took that one back. Yeah. Does anyone know what sport besides basketball Iguodala excelled in as a high school student?
I'm going to say track and field.
Baseball.
I'm also going to say track and field.
All right. Ben, this is for you, and I guess Lucas for tagging on.
I remember that. That's why.
No, he just didn't seem like a football player, and the next most athletic thing that I could think of was track and field.
Yeah. I mean, he can jump. We all know he can leap through the gym, right? So Iguodala, he did participate in track and field. In the year 2000, believe it or not, he was runner-up in the high jump in a state track meet. Iguodala played high school at Lamphere High in Springfield as a 6 feet 1 inch freshman. He played point guard, according to his coach, Lawrence Thomas. Like in the NBA, he was overshadowed by a teammate at the high school level. It was a player named Rich McBride. He actually introduced Iguodala to the AAU scene, admitting Iguodala made a huge leap in his basketball skill from his freshman year to his senior year. All right, over under his junior year scoring per game. Over under 16 points per game as a junior. Maurice, over under.
You got me first. Over.
Lucas?
I'm going to say, you said he made a big jump between his junior and his senior year?
No, between his freshman and senior year. So this points per game is when he was a junior, 16 points a game.
Okay. He went to Arizona. Arizona was a big basketball school at the time. I'm going to say over.
All right. And Ben?
Say under because you said the teammate. So I'm going to say under.
All right. Maurice, what did you say again? You said over.
Over.
Man, I'm sorry, man.
Dang it, Maurice. I followed you one time.
That's for you and Lucas. So
I followed you one time.
Just stay away from Maurice this episode, everyone. Ben, you were right. He only averaged 13 points a game as a junior.
Wow.
So yeah. So Iguodala was the MVP of his AAU tournament in 2001, and he eventually became Parade All-American. Any thoughts about Iguodala in his early years, Lucas?
It makes sense that he played point guard when he was 6'1". It makes a lot of sense in terms of his play making and high IQ when it comes to playing the small forward position.
Yeah, making good decisions with the ball. Ben?
His style of play throughout his whole career, he barely, I don't even know if he ever averaged over 20 points a game. He always was just like a glue guy and did what he had to. So it makes sense that would be the same in high school. He does what he has to win, and it's hard to come by guys like that.
Another player we talk about who had a growth spurt but started out playing point guard. And we see that now we've seen it during his career where he was a really good ball handler even for his size.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts with, those fundamentals when you're 5 foot something or 6 foot, and then you're playing that point guard position, but you grow 6-7 inches, and now look at you. It's a really good skill set to have.
Yeah. So his skills caught up to his height, or height caught up to his skills, however you want to look at it. Yeah, both. According to a Grantland article, Iguodala considered playing for Maryland and Arkansas before committing to Arizona. He actually committed to play for the Razorbacks under Nolan Richardson, at the time was the Arkansas coach. But then, interestingly enough, he ended up leaving the school. So, like in high school, Iguodala was not the guy at Arizona because Hassan Adams was the McDonald's All-American, and he headlined Arizona's recruitment class in 2002. Iguodala's AAU coach tried to get him an invitation to the Jordan Brand Classic game, but he just didn't have enough buzz and was looked at by analysts as a glorified track star. That's a quote there. At Arizona, does anyone know of another teammate of Iguodala who had a Hall of Fame father?
I know.
Hall of Fame father?
Hall of Fame father.
Should I go first? I know the answer.
No, you go
sure.
last. You go last. Lucas?
Well, let's see here. I'm trying to remember who were teammates at the time. Mike Bibby wasn't there at that point. Neither was Richard Jefferson. I have no idea. I have no idea.
I could give a hint, but I'm not. Maurice?
I have no clue either. A hint would be nice.
So if I give the hint, then I'm going to take away Ben's glory. So Ben, who do you
Ben
think
have his glory?
Luke Walton.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Wait, so I thought Luke Walton
Correct.
played with Richard Jefferson, not Andre Iguodala.
He played with him. The research
He played
says
with
that
both.
he played with
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
So Luke Walton recalls that he and Iguodala were scrimmaging really hard against each other. Iggy said that he learned a lot from Luke Walton at Arizona, saying, Luke was great to me. I had great numbers in high school. I scored a lot of points, but Luke showed me how to play basketball, stress-free, like how to pass, how to position yourself, how to sacrifice yourself for a teammate. Between his freshman and sophomore year, his production nearly doubled. All right, over-under Iguodala's points per game, his second season at Arizona. Lucas, over-under 15 points.
I'm going to say under.
Under.
Yeah, he's got his first win of the day.
There was no help absolutely at all
We were
with
all
that.
in your corner on that one. So the answer was under. Iguodala only averaged 12.9 points a game, but he did average 8.4 rebounds. That's really good. And 4.9 assists. Andre Iguodala did not play in the NCAA tournament while at Arizona in either seasons that he was a Wildcat. But in 2004, he entered his name into the NBA draft where he was selected by the Philadelphia 76ers.
With the 9th pick in the 2004 NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Andre Iguodala from the University of Arizona.
Of the first 9 picks, 6 have been underclassmen. Andre Iguodala, another Arizona product to go in the first round. It's turned out so much good talent here over the last few years.
Just a freak of an athlete, Mike. He can really run the floor. He's got a 6'11 wingspan. In high school, he high jumped over 6'10". He reminds you a little bit of Scottie Pippen with his skill set, except he's not as good of a shooter. He's going to have to improve that jump shot. He shoots it with ease, but he does not have a very consistent jumper. And he's got triple-double ability. He had several triple-doubles last year for Arizona, and he can defend anybody. What you really like about him is his upside as far as being an athlete that can pass it, that can handle it. He doesn't shoot it. He does get to the basket and can really get out in transition.
Okay, Andre Iguodala at Arizona. Maurice, what do you take away from his experience there?
Well, contrary to other people, I actually do think this is a good comp because this two athletic wings who played really good defense out the gate in the NBA. And Jaylen Brown is a really good defender. Andre Iguodala is I think he's underrated as one of the better defenders of this last 2 generations of NBA, like the last 15 years or so. Defended the star player, wing players on a lot of good teams, including LeBron James. Coming into the NBA, the Sixers were looking for that number 2 guy with Iverson, that running mate, the flight brother, if you will. And they never really had that number 2 star with Iverson. And they were looking for that in Iguodala. It took Iguodala a long time to really develop into his game. He didn't have it his rookie year. But like what he said, Jay Billis said in that clip, he didn't have a great jump shot, but he got a good jump shot later on in his career.
Yeah, he definitely got that down pat. And yeah, his defense, when I think LeBron would always give Iggy credit when they played the Sixers, it was a tough matchup for him. Ben, what about you?
The high jump over 6'10" is a pretty impressive. So I guess he jumped like around 6'11". I think he competed a bit at Arizona too. Right. That's like you could compete at a D1 level with jumping that high. So just his athleticism, we forget about that because he's so kind of calm, and plays in control, and is again fine with being a 4th or 5th option. So you don't really think of him, but his athleticism allows him to be really versatile. Yeah, the assists and rebounds in college is pretty impressive for a forward. Yeah.
His athleticism in Arizona, you watch some of the highlights. I mean, he was jumping through the roof. So any highlights that he had in the NBA, it started in Arizona because he could get up and he was flying. What about you, Lucas?
Well, before I get into my point, I just want to build off of Ben's. He said, high jumping numbers. He's not the only player that participated in high jump in college. Who was the other player that we've done on this pod already?
Was it Bill Russell, right?
Yeah, and who was his teammate?
His teammate
Kevin McHale?
No. Bill Russell for the
Bill Russell,
for track and field in college. Who was his teammate? I'll give you a hint. He's known for his Christmas albums.
Oh, we went over this.
We did.
Come on, Maurice. I forget. Johnny Mathis.
Johnny Mathis. There we go.
It is Johnny Mathis?
Yeah, it was Johnny Mathis.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known
You
that.
weren't there for that episode, Ben.
Yeah,
okay.
he was unavailable.
So anyway, I want to get into my point here. I'm not so much looking at his college career, but like that draft, the 2004 draft. It was the first draft that didn't allow players to come directly out of high school. I don't think, unless J.R. Smith. No, that was the last draft that they did allow it.
Okay.
But you look at that draft, there was only one superstar in that draft. It was Dwight Howard.
Right.
But if you look at it, there was a lot of good role players in that draft that came out of it. Emeka Okafor, Ben Gordon, Sean Livingston, Devin Harris, Luol Deng, Andre Beatrice, Sebastian Telfair, Chris Humphreys, Al Jefferson, Josh Smith, J.R. Smith, Darrell Wright, Jameer Nelson, Delonte West, Tony Allen, Kevin Martin, Sasha Vucic, Ben Ujri. In the second round, Anderson Varejao, Royal Ivy, Chris Duhon, Trevor Ariza.
Some nice pieces, players in that draft.
While it wasn't a particularly deep draft in terms of star talent, this draft definitely produced a lot of key role players that were instrumental on some teams. Even Josh Childress, so interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing I'll say with Iguodala at Arizona, I did not know he was teammates with Luke Walton. And I think it's cool that Luke Walton was able to share that knowledge that his dad gave him growing up. And I think all that experience helped Iggy take it to the next level. And taking this podcast to the next level, or at least to the next segment, is going to be Lucas. Are you set, sir?
I'm ready and set. I'm ready to go.
All right, let's do it.
Second quarter. Statistics.
Neesmith, too much dribbling, lost the ball. Tatum, Holiday, back to Brown, up and in. Unselfish play from the Celtics. Timeout Pacers. The lead back up to 13. And you see the shooting percentage, 8 of 9 from the field. Jaylen Brown finds some room. Jumper's got it. He has got it going tonight. 26 for Brown. Jaylen Brown spins. Nembhard trying to stay with him. Doesn't bite. Difficult shot. Brown gets it a go.
And Pritchard late to recover. Turner can just shoot right over the top.
Tatum aggressive. Out to Brown. Corner three. It's good. Brown with the answer.
Well, you just continue to be persistent, but can't come away with anything. Toppin was spectacular.
Brown the pass, and Brissett throws it down. Timeout Pacers, the lead back up to 11.
Those were the highlights. Here are the numbers. Jaylen Brown is 6'6", 223 pounds. He's only worn one number with the Celtics. Of course, we know it is number 7. Now, to choose a career year, he's only played a handful of seasons here, so it was a little tricky, but I decided to go with the 22-23 season. He averaged 26.6 points, 6.9 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1 steal, half a block, while only turning over the ball 2.9 times. He shot the ball from the field at 49% field goal percentage, 33.5% on three-pointers. And from the foul line, he shot 76.5%. So that by far is his most impactful in terms of scoring. The rebounds and the assists are pretty much solid for the past 5 seasons. That being said, what are your thoughts on that? I'll go to Ben first.
The scoring on 27 points a game. He doesn't take the easiest shots. I mean, there's a lot of cutting and transition scoring with Boston, but they just kind of just jack up threes now. So I'm not surprised at the 3-point percentage with the way Mazzulla plays. They just jack up whatever threes.
This was the first season that Mazzulla was coaching after the dismissal of Ime Udoka. So this is the year that Mazzulla was trying to figure things out.
So With the Celtics players and that in particular, it's not surprising that they score a lot in transition. They do some cuts. So it's not surprising there's such a disparity because Jaylen Brown is a good 3-point shooter, that the disparity of 49 to 33 is so high. A little surprised at 76%, but he does miss a lot of free throws when you watch his games.
Yeah,
so,
he's a career 72%.
Yeah. So that's probably the biggest because if you watch him shoot, you're like, this guy's got great form. He hits clutch threes, so I'm always surprised of his free throw percentage.
He has the LeBron James syndrome.
Yep.
Great, solid shooter, but can't finish at not a high percentage guy. Also, for his 3-point percentage for his career is 36%. And this season it's at 32.
Okay.
So not the best 3-point shooter out there. Maurice, what do you think?
Another reason why this is going to be a good comp because both of them are not good free throw shooters. I'm actually curious. It might be good over under because curious to know what Iguodala's free throw percentage.
We'll get to there.
We'll definitely get to that. Yeah.
We'll get to it. Yeah, I think over the last 2 years, since Missoula's been there anyway, I think Jaylen Brown's really taken on that role of being maybe not even a Robin, but kind of like another Batman to Jason Tatum's Batman.
Right.
And the production is just starting to show now. So, listen, they have a winning formula there now. They take enough threes that it's actually not good basketball to watch. I'm going to be completely honest. And it's coming from a basketball fan. It's not really fun to watch a team just jack up threes. But that is their winning formula, and they eventually went on to win a championship.
I should note that this current season, so the season that I just read off was his highest attempts per game for three-pointers, which was 7.3 2 years ago. This season, he's only attempting 6, which is like the fourth most.
On the team?
So, no, for his career.
For his career,
yeah.
No. Well, yeah, but still, this is not about Jason Tatum, but, they always get the comparison of can they play together? That was the thing about them, too. Can they play together? Can they work together? Are they similar in play styles? But they do play really well together, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. And Uriah, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll just go in with the scoring aspect. I think Jaylen Brown can score in a lot of different ways. I think Ben made a good point with how the Celtics play in transition. Yes, he can get a lot of layups in transition because of how fast-paced they can be, but also even pull up for 3 on the fast break, which is what almost every NBA team does now. And we could go on and on about how the league needs to figure out how to put a leash on some of all this 3-point shooting because it's just kind of superfluous, some people would say. But back to Jaylen Brown. Yeah, the 26, 27 points a game on a team where he's sharing the court with another player that is a high-volume shooter like Tatum, it's surprising.
Well, that, like I said, that was Missoula's first year. So I think Missoula is still getting a handle on things. But outside of that one season, for the past 5 years, he's been averaging 23 to 24 points per game. So it's been pretty consistent outside of that one outlier season. So his career stats, he's only averaged 18.9 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1 steal, a half block, 2.1 turnovers, while shooting 47.8% from the field, 36% from the three-point line, and 72.3% from the foul line. I honestly thought that his points per game would have been higher, but...
Well, that rookie season, he only averaged 6, so that drags down a lot of players scoring.
If you don't start off hot, right?
That happened to Kobe.
Yeah.
Let's go with game highs now. Over under 46 points as a career scoring high.
Ooh, 46. I'm going to go over.
Over? Okay. Uriah?
Maurice, you said over?
Yes.
All right.
You're about to say under, aren't you?
Actually, I'm going to go. Wait, is tie? Is that one of them?
No,
I can't do. All right. I'm going to go under.
I'm going to go over.
All right.
Thank you,
well, Uriah, this is for you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It was 50 points as a career high.
All right.
It was what again?
50 points.
Okay.
Oh, he put a 50 burger up. Okay.
Yep, he put up a 50 burger. He also had career high 15 rebounds, 11 assists, 4 steals, 4 blocks, 7 turnovers. Any takeaways on that?
Yeah, surprisingly, we do so many of these episodes that I can't remember the last time we had a player not in double digits for turnovers. Usually players that we feature are like 10, 11 turnovers. But I guess Jaylen Brown doesn't have the ball in his hands as much as Jason Tatum or some of the shot selection within their system offense. So I guess that makes sense.
Well, and I will say this. I actually think that's kind of high considering that he doesn't handle the ball all that much. He's not like a high assist man. I will say this. One of the critiques of Jaylen Brown's game is the fact that he can't dribble with his left hand.
Yeah.
So I've heard that a few times over the years.
So that's probably like the biggest hole in his game is his ability to switch hands.
You know what he can do with his left hand really good though?
Dunk.
No.
What?
Hold up a championship MVP trophy.
That's true. We'll get to that when it's Ben's turn.
Oh, my bad, Ben. Sorry.
Stealing Ben's thunder here. Anyway, so I think that's pretty cool.
I thought the 4 steals, 4 blocks for the career high would actually be a little higher.
I thought the steals would be higher too, yeah.
Sam,
agreed.
Really low.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. That was my...
Man, now he's like I mentioned earlier, he's a really good defender. A plus defender. Do you have any defensive, like the advanced
you want
stats?
The box minus stuff? I mean, I can pull that up.
You could just throw that real quick.
All right. Hang on.
If you don't mind.
Find it. Okay, so defensive plus box minus. So just defensively, his career is 0.2, but considering the NBA inflation on scoring, that's probably still solid, if we're being honest. Defensive win shares for his career, he has 23.6. And then per 100 possessions, defensive rating, his career average is 110. His first 4 seasons, he only got above 100. He got 110 or above once. Last couple seasons, he's only got below 110 once. So,
okay.
But yet again, you could attribute that to the way that the Boston Celtics are playing. Plus, he's getting a little bit older. He's 28 years old now, so the defense might not be the number one priority for an offensive guy as much as him. When he first came into the league, he had to be a defensive impact player. Now, it's not so much required because you do have guys like Derek White, Kristaps Porzingis, and Drew Holiday on that roster too. And Jason Tatum's pretty darn good at defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so there's that. If nobody has any other thoughts or questions, let's move on to AI.
Iguodala in a foot race to Soren.
That's a good way to find a score.
Klay Thompson running with Iguodala. The lob!
The entry pass comes to Curry. 2 seconds. Back to Iguodala to win it. Oh! A three-pointer! And Golden State wins the game!
Curry throws it. Livingston has it. Back to Iguodala. Iguodala puts it up. It's gone! Andre Iguodala drills it with 5.9 remaining. Irving goes at Iguodala. Gets in the paint. Trying to spin and lost it. Iguodala pushing. Goes all the way and throws it down. To get this shot off. Iguodala, and here it comes. He got it! The Warriors have won on a game-winning shot.
And they throw it away. Iguodala's got 2 seconds. Andre at 1 to lay it up.
So those are the highlights. Here are the numbers. Like Jaylen Brown, Iguodala is also measuring in at 6'6". He does weigh a couple pounds later at 215 pounds. Andre Iguodala, question for you. How many numbers did Andre Iguodala wear when he was a member of the Sixers? Was it 1,
actually noticed
2,
one.
3?
I think he wore 2 numbers.
Okay, can anybody tell me what the first number was his rookie year? It was not number 9.
It wasn't 9. It was
4?
It was
or
4.
1. It was 4, yeah.
It was 4.
Okay, cool.
It's 4.
Right.
Damn,
and
I thought
then
it was
he
8.
wore number 9 for the rest of his career except with the Miami Heat, his last stint. Does anybody know what number he wore with the Heat?
Was it 0?
Nope.
I'm not sure.
It was number 28.
That's a random number.
That's a random. No one wears 28.
I don't know. So picking a season for Iggy was a little bit tricky here for me, honestly.
Yeah.
Because when you think about Andre Iguodala, he put up bigger numbers, at the beginning of his year. But when you think of him at his peak, you think of him not putting up like elite numbers, but that's okay. But I decided to go with elite number season anyway. So
with the Sixers,
yeah. So we're gonna go with the 2007-8 season. Okay. He averaged 19.9 points, 5.4 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 2.1 steals, a half a block, 2.6 turnovers. He shot 45.6% from the field, 32.9% from the three-point line, and from the foul line, 72.1%. I will say this. I think he was asked to do more with the Sixers in terms of scoring than probably he was comfortable with. After the 2012-13 season, which was his last season, what was his lone season with the Denver Nuggets, Iguodala never scored over 10 points per game again.
That's crazy.
10 points a game?
He never scored over 10 points per game.
That is true.
After once he got to the Golden State Warriors, he always averaged below 10 points per game.
Really? He never averaged like 11 or 12? Well,
Nope.
that makes sense because of who he's played with. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, let's just go to look, he only started one full season with the Warriors, which was his first season under Mark Jackson. Afterwards, he got shifted to a bench role. But let's go back to that 07-08 season. That was the first technically full season without Allen Iverson because AI started the season with the Sixers back in 06, I believe. So anyway, let's talk about it. So what are your thoughts here? Let's go to Maurice first.
Yeah, once he has to be the man on the team, the only AI on the team, his production went up. Yeah. And do I think Andre Iguodala was ever that number one guy on the team? No, he never was.
He never scored over 20 points per game in a single season.
Yeah, and that's a wild stat to say. When he got to the Warriors, he never averaged more than 10 points. But you got to take into account, he was a 10-year vet at that point when he went to the Warriors, which was 2014.
He was 30 years old at that point.
Yeah, he was a 10-year vet. Yeah, but with that said, though, he was the absolute perfect fit for that Warriors team. He put them over the hump to win a couple championships.
Yeah, I distinctly remember Iguodala's formative years on the Sixers, playing along Allen Iverson, playing alongside Kyle Korver, and he was a fun player to watch. There are so many highlights that this kid had. There's one highlight, Lucas, where Indiana Pacers, Allen Iverson's on a break. He could have went for the layup, but he threw the pass back towards the center court line, and it's probably up at its peak where the foul line is, and Iguodala comes out of nowhere from the free throw line and caught it with one hand and threw down a dunk. It's plays like that that really resonate with a lot of Sixers fans because he was so athletic and he was really fun to watch. But to Maurice's credit, he was never really that number one player. He tried to be. I don't think it worked out. I remember going to a Sixers game when they played the Pistons in the playoffs. It was a whole series where he just couldn't get it done. And I kind of felt bad for him because he didn't have help. But at the same time, he went to a place.
Was this the Doug Collins Sixers?
I don't remember. It might have been. I just remember when he got to Denver, it was like weird seeing him in the blue Denver.
That was
Nuggets
part of
outfit.
that infamous Andrew Bynum thing that we don't talk about.
But he landed in the right place, which is Golden State. And that's why he's, I think he's going to get, didn't he get his jersey retired or something recently?
It's either going to happen or it has happened.
Yeah. Golden State really utilized him the way that they needed, and it worked out.
I do want to point out an interesting stat before Ben goes. So for his career, he averaged 32 minutes a game. Now, I should note, outside of his first season with the Golden State Warriors, he never averaged over 30 minutes a game.
Okay.
Before then, with the Sixers, his minutes per game was 37.7.
Oh, yeah. He logged
There
a
was
lot of
one
minutes in
season,
Philly.
the 2006-07 season, where he averaged 40 minutes per game.
Wow.
So honestly, he might have just been a little spent by the time he got to the Warriors at 30. But Ben, what are your thoughts on those numbers?
The 10 points is surprising. I mean, he obviously played better in the playoffs, but it just got me thinking back to like watching him. I saw him once hit a game-winning shot, maybe in 2009 over
Against
Kobe.
the Lakers?
Yeah, that was in LA.
At that game?
I was at the game.
Oh, that was such a good ending.
Yeah, and it was. I think it was during when the Lakers were they were winning championships. So it was pretty cool. They were a fun young team. That's what kind of reminds me of just you going through the stats, Lucas. Yeah, he just needed to be in kind of a guard-centric team. Mm-hmm. He obviously did well. He won 4 championships with Golden State. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and to play with Iverson and Steph, it's wild. I'm surprised he didn't average more points in his prime because he does have scoring ability. Yeah, that's kind of what stands out. The 19 points is pretty low.
Yeah.
I know I don't normally do this, but because of their playoff prowess, I do want to make this comp. Now, for the most part, Iggy was a non-factor in terms of scoring in the playoffs, but there is a few things that I want to point out here. First, in the 2008-2009 playoffs, he averaged 21.5 points per game, probably the best playoff series that he had. He also averaged 18 points per game in the playoffs with the Denver Nuggets. Now, we know that he won Finals MVP in the 2015-16 Finals. During the final round, he did have a couple of 20-point games, but for the playoffs in general, he only averaged 10.4 points per game. Was not spectacular, but he got the job done when he needed to. He played good defense on LeBron James, probably the best defense outside of J.J. Barea. No, I'm joking.
J.J. Barea.
No, in all seriousness, one of the few guys that pestered LeBron in the playoffs. You got to give him credit on that for sure. In the playoffs, for his career averages, he only averaged 9.4 points in the playoffs.
Okay.
So just that. And just to backtrack to Jaylen Brown here real quick, I forgot to mention this earlier, but let me just pull up the stats there real quick. But while I'm doing that, what are you guys' thoughts on Iguodala's playoff resume? Anybody can chime in.
I'll go first. The one thing about Iguodala I always respected is he was never afraid to take a big shot. Like Ben mentioned, that shot against the Lakers, I remember that vividly. It was huge because Kobe was playing in that game, and for him, it was basically a walk-off 3. Like, he ran off the court in victory. He also had a big shot against the Orlando Magic in the playoff series. He won a game for them. So Iguodala in the playoffs, he definitely stepped up when he had to, whether it was on offense or defense.
I remember watching ESPN First Take one time, and Max Kellerman said,
I remember this.
Yeah, if I had to pick between Steph Curry and Andre Iguodala, take a big shot, a game-winning shot, he's taking Andre Iguodala.
I'm taking Andre Iguodala.
That's why Max Kellerman's not hosting First Take anymore.
Yeah,
among other reasons.
Based off of games, if you watch the games, Andre Iguodala did make more big shots than Steph Curry. Steph Curry was the greatest shooter of all time.
I think he's redeemed himself from that notion based off the last Warriors finals.
The Olympics kind of sealed the deal on that one.
Iguodala,
and his finals run, 2022.
True. But Iguodala, at that point when he said that, which was...
Iggy was more clutch than Steph at that point, but now we can say Steph is more clutch. Yeah, that's fair. So let me go to Jaylen Brown real quick. Been pretty much a good factor in the playoffs for the Celtics. I mean, his rookie year, he only averaged 5 points. That's not really anything to worry about. The only bad playoffs run he had was in 2018-19, where he averaged 14 points per game. He was efficient, but he only, he didn't really attempt that many shots. Now, his finals MVP run and Eastern Conference MVP as well, he averaged for that playoffs 23.9 points, 5.9 rebounds, 3.3 assists, shooting 51.6% from the field, 32.7% from the three-point line. So Iggy's career high, over, under, or tie with Jaylen Brown's 50 points.
Ooh, Iggy?
Yep.
Under.
I definitely got to go under.
That is correct, but let me ask you guys this. Is it over, under 35 points?
His career high?
Yeah.
Iguodala?
Yeah.
Over.
I'd say over.
Maurice?
I'll go over.
You're all wrong. It's 34.
Wow.
34 is a career high.
Wow.
Okay. That happened
interesting.
in his third season.
Okay.
That just goes by the narrative that he's not a big time
He's not a scorer. Yeah.
17 rebounds as a career high. Over, under 12 assists as a career high.
Compared to Jaylen Brown?
No, Jaylen Brown was, hang on, I can pull up Jaylen.
11, I think it was.
I was just going to say in general.
Yeah, it was 11. It was 11.
Yeah, 11. So over,
under 12 assists? I'll go over.
I'll go over, too.
Over.
You guys are correct. It was 16.
Nice. That's pretty good.
16. 6 steals, 4 blocks, 10 turnovers. Thoughts on these career highs?
Well, 16 assists is
that's impressive.
That's really impressive. Like I said,
he used to play point guard, so
he had hard skills.
Yeah.
Especially that. I'm curious to know when did they give a date on it?
I can give you the season. So
was it with the Warriors?
No, it was with Sixers back in Doug Collins' first season coaching, 10-11.
Okay.
Was that the year they beat the Bulls?
I think so.
That might have been.
Yeah. This is just regular season, though. Any other thoughts?
No,
34 is insanely low.
Maurice, did you want to know Iggy's defensive ratings? Because you asked Jaylen Brown's. I can just give you the per 100 possessions.
And real quick, the free throw percentage, too.
Mm-hmm. So free throw percentage, I believe he shot 70.9% from the free throw line for his career.
Okay.
Career, wow.
Low.
Now, I will say
he
this.
was never a good free
defense was emphasized a lot differently back when Iggy played.
Right.
But his defensive rating for his career was 106.
Nice.
That's
he
pretty
had
good.
one season where he was below 100.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 98.
What season was that? He wasn't in the league in 98.
98.
No. His defensive rating was 98 per 100 possessions. That means he gave up less than 1 point per possession.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
There we go.
Yeah.
What season was that?
That was the give me a
Gotta be
second
Sixers.
here. His lone All-Star season. I'm sorry,
This
Ben.
is-
I just ruined that. Do you want me to?
No, it's fine. You're good, guys. He's a Sixer. We already know about this.
Yeah. It was the 2011-2012 season.
Okay.
Sorry, I got caught up in the moment. Iggy, elite lockdown defender. Even towards the end of his career, he only had 2 seasons that he was above 110 for his career, and that was 2 out of his last 3 seasons. And it was 110 and 114, respectively, when he was 37 and 39 years old. So I don't even blame him on that one.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was back in 2021, 2020, and then 2022, 2023. So, look, the guy had, even, during an era where defense wasn't as valued, he was still putting up decent, to good defensive player numbers. Anyway, so those are the numbers that I got. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to pass it off to Ben.
Third quarter, accolades.
Bill Russell would be so proud. The 2024 Bill Russell Finals MVP goes to Jaylen Brown.
What does holding this trophy mean to you?
It was a full team effort, and I shared this with my brothers and my partner in crime, Jason Tatum. He was with me the whole way, so we shared this shit together.
You've said that what's been different about your game this season is that you let go all of the anxieties, all the doubts. First of all, you're a superstar, so no one knew you had any anxieties or doubts. But how were you able to do that to unlock your game, as you put it?
Just my faith in the Most High, just believing in my teammates, my coaching staff, and just being grateful. I've been grateful for every moment, every opportunity. I never hugged my head.
Hey, I just want to say one thing, Ben, before you jump in. A lot of people, up until Jaylen Brown revealed it, his handle on his social media was simply a bunch of letters put together, FCHWPO. No one knew what it was, and I think until he won the championship. Anybody know what it stands for? Anybody remember?
I actually don't.
Is it like, I bet you it's some type of periodic table stuff, isn't it?
No, absolutely not. What it is, he actually mentioned part of it in his speech for MVP. It stands for faith, It stands for faith, consistency, hard work pays off.
Yeah.
So I love that about Jaylen Brown. I like his whole cryptic, like it only means something to him, and then he revealed it when he won a chip. Yeah.
I do too. I like the way he kind of talks trash online. I like his activity on Twitter.
Right.
X. All right, so Jaylen Brown, he only played one season at Cal, which is kind of unusual for schools like that. It's a bit unusual for kind of those like outside Ivy League schools. Yeah. Typically guys go there for academic reasons, so they might not be the most recruited, but he chose to go there, and obviously they're still in the Pac-12, so it's a good school. So Jaylen Brown was the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year in 2016. And he was also first team All Pac-12. Nice. So those are kind of his accolades in college. We kind of already went through, he underachieved in the NCAA tournament, but still was drafted top 3 kind of based off. He was almost, it feels like he was drafted more, he was a potential draft pick.
Oh, yeah. It was all based off potential.
Yeah. And that was fairly recent after the Kawhi run. So I think like those type of like two-way wings, everyone was just like really hyped about. So let's get into it. Jaylen Brown, was he part of any of the NBA rookie teams?
No, he only averaged 5 points per game. I don't think he was. I mean, I can check.
I can't. If his numbers were that low, then I would say no.
Okay, so you guys are all saying no?
No.
Okay, so you guys are actually all wrong.
Really?
He actually got second team all rookie.
That is crazy. Must have been a weak rookie class. Oh, because Ben Simmons didn't play that year.
He played 78 games, and he was on a very winning team.
I guess that makes sense.
So he was in their rotation, and he was a good defender. So I think because he was in their playoff rotation, and I believe they went to the conference finals that year, right?
Yeah, they got spanked by LeBron.
Yeah, so I think they probably gave it to him kind of more on merit. But yeah, it was surprising. Like someone was being like, no, this guy would put up really big numbers if he wasn't on like a team full of all-stars.
Yeah.
How many all-star games, including per this recording, the NBA all-star game will be tomorrow. So how many all-star games has Jaylen Brown made?
Man, I have no clue. I'm just going to guess 2.
I'm going to guess 3.
It's 3.
You guys are all wrong.
What?
It's 4.
No. I saw 3. Hang on.
It's 4.
No, it's including this.
Yeah, it's including this year.
Yeah,
it's 4.
Oh, he made it this year. Oh,
yeah.
They didn't have that. They didn't have that on Basketball Reference.
It's 4. So he 2021, and then 2023, 2024, and 2025.
Okay.
So he said he's made 4 NBA All-Star games, which makes sense. I don't think he's ever been on a losing team in his NBA career. I think he's always been the Celtics, even in their down years, are still like a playoff team. So this guy has always been on a winning team. Him and Tatum, like, have always been on not only a winning team, but kind of a contending team. So really well run. And this is, you got to give flowers where they're due. Really well run organization. I mean, Celtics have drafted well. They've traded well. They've taken chances. So, he's always been on a playoff team. All right. So how many All-NBA teams has Jaylen Brown been a part of? Remember, he's been on a lot of winning teams, a lot of 50-plus win teams. So I'm going to go with Lucas first.
Well, he got the Supermax, so we know that he had to get at least 1.
Yep.
So I'm going to say 1.
Look at Lucas with his Supermax knowledge. Good stuff. I'm going to follow Lucas on this one.
I'm going to say 2.
All right. Maurice, you are wrong. He made 1. Lucas is right. 2023. He was able to apply for the Supermax. At that time, Jaylen Brown was the wealthiest player. He had the wealthiest contract. It was over $300 million.
Yeah, people did not like it when he got paid. They thought it was
because he was coming off.
He's averaging 23.
Yeah. He didn't play well in the NBA Finals the year prior, and so people weren't excited about it. So he did have a good playoff. I remember he played well in the conference finals, though, against the Miami Heat. Mm-hmm. How many All-NBA defensive teams has Jaylen Brown been a part of?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm not sure.
I don't think any.
I don't recall any. I'm going to say 0.
I mentioned his defense all episode. I'm going to say at least 1.
All right. Maurice, I'm sorry, bud. It's 0.
That was a trick question. That was a good one, though. That was a tricky one.
So he obviously won the NBA championship last year, and he was the NBA Finals MVP. He's never been a part of the Olympic team. He's a little underappreciated, if I'm being honest. He should probably have he definitely should have more than one All-NBA team, right? He definitely should be at least.
Well, the forward position is just so stacked. The front court, because now it's not just forwards. Now they do it
front court.
Yes, front court. So
that's a good point. Front court.
Hold on, isn't it positionless now? It's just pure positionless, right?
They still do guards.
No, I think
they do front court and back court, right?
I thought they changed. I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know.
So I feel like you should have one more, and then I feel like you probably should have like one defensive team. But I'm going to pass it over to you guys. What stands out to you of these accolades?
I think it's the All-NBA one. That was before the rule got into place here. I get that, his stats say one thing, but like you got to look at the bigger picture. Who else is also fighting for All-NBA at the four front court positions? You got some big men, Joel, Jokic, Sabonis, Bam. Those are just some names to throw out. Wemby's going to start doing it soon. He'll probably get there this year. Then, you talk about, LeBron James is always going to get one, right? As long as LeBron James is LeBron Jamesing, he will always get one. You have Zion, you have Kawhi, Paul George in the past years who were always fighting for it. I'm sure there's other guys that I'm not thinking of. Karl Anthony Towns, depends where you have Ant positionally. He could take up a spot too. So I get why he didn't. Honestly, I think that year people were upset that he got it because I think they probably left off somebody else more deserving. Kevin Durant's another one. So, yeah.
All right. And Maurice, what stands out?
Man, I think he's a plus defender. Not getting an all-defensive team really surprised me.
I told you his defensive numbers, Maurice. His first couple years he was good, but the last couple years...
Yeah. It seems like he's one of those players that's not given the benefit of the doubt or doesn't have any type of reputation. So he's just not getting some of those accolades I think he should be getting at this point in his career. I also forgot he wasn't in the Olympic team.
I just want to say I agree with Maurice. I would think that someone of his height and his athleticism and his intellect, his IQ, because he's a smart guy, you would think he would make at least one all-defensive second team, but apparently not so much. So that's surprising.
Front court positions go to the big men, guards, snatch. Yeah, they don't really give front court positions to forward.
Yeah, he gets a little overlooked by Jason Tatum. And I would say the Olympic snub is the most recent thing where he was tweeting about, and I actually agreed with him. I thought he should have been on they could have used him on the Olympic team.
Right,
well, especially that goes into a Steve Kerr conversation that Uriah has heard me rant about all too much.
Yeah, he was probably the one. He's the one guy that really could have helped the team probably the most.
More so than Tatum, actually. Yeah, Tatum didn't play.
Well, even like Derek White, like guys like this. So come on, with your Holiday, it's like, what are we doing? Like they were great, I guess, in a vacuum, but when push came to shove, they needed a little bit more star power. All right. We're ready to move on?
Yeah. I would say so.
All right, let's go on to Andre Iguodala.
Thank you. It could have been a lot of these guys, but there can only be one MVP. And this year's MVP is a player who didn't start in a single game until these finals. This year's Bill Russell MVP, Andre Iguodala.
This was in Cleveland.
Andre, the commissioner just mentioned it, 758 straight games in your career you started. In what way did your sacrifice of coming off the bench embody the spirit of this entire group?
We got a team full of believers. We all go to chapel before every game. We all believe, and we all say God has a way for you, a purpose for you. This is my purpose, and I accepted it, and I got great teammates. Steph, I want to be just like Steph when I grow up. Just a God-fearing man, great guy.
There's a set of young eyes on you right here. Can you describe what it's like to hold that, be a champion, and have your son standing right here?
Man, it's so much. This is my man, my boo-boo London at home. Oh, man, this is great. We're gonna remember this for a long time.
Congratulations, Andre.
Well, I don't remember that. That's interesting. So that is obviously Andre Iguodala accepting the Finals MVP. We've talked about it a lot. 2015, it was their first championship, the Warriors.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
Yeah, it was.
it was.
No, they won one in the 70s.
No, their
you
first
mean during the Iguodala era.
During the Iguodala
Yeah,
era.
the era. Yeah,
okay.
It was their first.
I was about to say.
No, it was their first of this dynasty.
Right.
It was the first championship. Let's get into it. Andre Iguodala, was he first team All Pac-10?
No.
Okay.
No.
First team Pac-10. No, I don't see that.
Maurice?
No.
Okay. You guys are all wrong.
Really?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. So he actually played a couple years ago.
Sorry. Because
No,
Ben
he-
shook his head like he was smiling, and I was like, all right. Didn't it look like he was going to say we were right?
Yeah, I did. You tricked
Man,
us.
you messing with us, man.
You're
Mind
right. Was
games.
so confident that.
Yeah, so Andre played a couple years in college. So he was Pac-10 All-Freshman Team 2003, second team All-American high school, as we said. And so he's first team All-Pac-10 in 2004. Kind of not surprised because you're right. You were saying the numbers you were saying, the like 9 rebounds and 5 assists, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Because college is only 40 minutes. So like he was kind of creeping, not triple-double, but like an all-around player. So yeah, first team All Pac-10, but especially back then, like UCLA, USC, schools like that. Arizona, obviously, he's in that. So, all right, so let's get into it. We obviously know Andre Iguodala because he was drafted by the Sixers, but was he part of the All-NBA team as a rookie, All-NBA rookie team?
I'm going to say yes, the second team.
Okay. Maurice?
I concur with Lucas.
I want to say all NBA rookie first team. I think he squeezed in there.
Okay. Uriah, you are correct.
Oh, wow.
Bingo.
First team.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
he kind of came on. I mean, similarly to Jaylen Brown, it wasn't really the scoring, but he kind of came on. I don't know if you guys remember at the end of the Sixers, and then he started all 82 games.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember that.
I did that a lot.
And he shot a really high field goal percentage from the field. He shot almost 50%, but he did average 9 points, about 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and almost 2 steals. So he did sneak in there, and it wasn't the strongest draft. Let's get into his kind of accolades. How many times was Andre Iguodala on the All-NBA defensive team?
Oh, I know this one.
All right. I'm going to go with Uriah first. All-NBA defensive team throughout his entire career. How many times?
It's not as high as you would think. I think 2 or 3. I'll say twice.
Okay.
Once.
All right, Lucas.
The answer is 4 times.
Uriah, you're right again, man.
What? No.
Yeah.
I saw
Look
4
at Lucas.
times.
You're so smug. He's like,
I didn't really
I'm gonna wait for Maurice to go.
No, it says, hang on. Let me pull this up. Because I could have sworn I saw... Oh, no. I was looking at the championships, not the All-NBAs.
So
He's sitting on his... I'll wait until last because I know the answer.
I mixed up the numbers because right above it on Basketball Reference it says 4-time champion.
Yeah,
above the 4. So I just switched something.
It's all good. You're
so
right.
he did get on the, and what's interesting, this was a surprise. So he was All-NBA defensive second team during that kind of really good iteration of the Sixers in 2011. That was one of his better years, but he was defensive all first team, believe it or not, with the Mark Jackson before Steve Kerr.
That makes sense.
Warriors.
That makes sense.
So the 2013, so they were kind of a younger up and coming team, but he started for them and he was all NBA defensive first team, believe it or not, before the whole finals run.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
yeah.
And as Lucas said, he was an all-star with the Sixers. And what's interesting is that year he was an all-star. The Sixers actually, they traded him the next year.
Yep.
So his best season as he entered his peak, that's when the Sixers traded him, thinking they were getting a better player.
They traded him at his highest value for Andrew Bynum.
That was
Correct.
a weird all-star selection because he only averaged like 12 points a game.
I think the Sixers had a pretty decent record, though.
Yeah, they needed to pull an all-star.
At that time. And I think he averaged more before the all-star break, but they needed an all-star. I think the Sixers were...
And you didn't want to use post-prime Elton Brand.
Yeah. And then, because Drew Holiday made an all-star, I think, the year after, maybe? The year before?
The year before.
Yeah, they traded him, too, after he made an all-star.
Yeah. Andre Iguodala, as we said, was the Finals MVP in 2015. Kind of was a little controversial. We're being honest; it could have gone, but
very controversial.
If I'm being honest, at the time, I thought LeBron James, despite being on the losing team, should have gotten it.
Right.
Yeah, but I think what they gave it to was Iguodala's two-way play. Is what they ended
his
up
ability
giving
to lock down LeBron the best that most people could.
Yeah.
And a lot of people forget this, but Andre came back for a couple of seasons of the Warriors, and what do you know? He won 4 NBA championships.
Yep.
Not many people have done that. 2015, 2017, 2018, and came back and won in 2022. And then my last question, was he a part of any of the Olympic teams, and how many?
I think he was a part of the 2008 Redeem team.
No, he was not on the Redeem team.
Are you sure?
He definitely was not. 2012, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He was definitely on one, though.
Yeah, he was on
gold.
Yeah.
Maurice and Uriah, you're correct. He was on the 2012 team.
I knew that he was on one team. He kind of felt like Robert Horry at the end of his career, kind of not ring chasing, but just getting.
I can see that.
Yeah. A little bit of a Robert Horry comp there. Obviously, completely different players in terms of their ability to. Robert Horry was Big Shot Rob.
Yeah, he had a really Iguodala has like a really even at his older age, he just knows where he's on the court and seems to just be. I think because of he was such an elite athlete, he aged well even with that. Similar to like Vince Carter, right? So he's able to play and defend later into his 30s. He played on the FIBA World Championship team in 2010, but that's about it. What stands out to you guys with Andre Iguodala?
I think his peers favored him much highly than the media ever did in terms of his contributions on the court. You know, you think of like a veteran guy. Everybody wanted to play with Andre Iguodala. He knew where to get the guys in the right spots to get them exactly what they needed to do. So I'm going to say, I think in terms of his accolades, I think the media might not have always recognized how good he was in terms of overall play. Everybody looks at the points, and that's fair. You know, a 12-point per game All-Star is not usually normal unless you're like Ben Wallace or something, and even he didn't even score that much. So it's a rarity, especially in today's NBA.
He was a winner. 4 NBA championships is nothing to seize at all.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and he was never the best player on any of those teams.
Right.
You know, he knew his role and he played it really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think to have two things to contribute. Lucas made a good point about the media not appreciating him. I distinctly recall when, before he left Philly, the media and the fans, they were really getting on him. But at the same time, filling the shoes of Allen Iverson is not easy to do. And Iguodala was better appreciated when his role fit what the team needed, which was Golden State at the time. And I think like this whole episode, Maurice, it lends itself to what you were talking about. Never the best player or the top player on a team. Same thing with Jaylen Brown. Okay. Mm-hmm. We know that crown sits on the head of Jason Tatum. And we know that whatever team Iguodala was on, he was never expected to be the number one. And both players that were comparing them, they both won a really important accolade, which is Finals MVP.
Yep.
So no matter how controversial we want to look at it, a group of people much higher than us in the NBA chose them for a reason. I think these two players, if anything, if anyone listens to this episode, young players in high school or college players, it's not always about points. And as evidence from Iguodala and Brown, they're very inspirational for a lot of different reasons. No ego. I mean, you heard Jaylen Brown give a shout out to Tatum in the speech. He didn't have to do that. That shows you that in basketball, it's not just about me. It can be about we. And I think Brown and Iguodala are great examples of that.
Yeah, I like that. And then it's also to remember, actually, no, I don't want to jump into Maurice's thing, but this is a good segue into Maurice's thing. Mm-hmm. That kind of that 2013, 2014 season. Remember, Iguodala was brought over because he was an all-star, kind of an all-NBA player, like lockdown defender. But the Warriors drafted someone unexpectedly in the second round in 2012 that kind of took over. That's what brought Iguodala to the bench, was the second round pick of Draymond Green.
Actually, I want to correct that there. Later, Mark Jackson said he brought Andre Iguodala to the bench so that they could have Harrison Barnes in the starting five and have Andre Iguodala's playmaking in the second unit.
Yeah, but Drummond was Draymond Green was the unexpected.
Draymond Green was unexpected. They had signed David Lee, who was a former All-Star. They expected to,
Yeah.
And then his injury in the preseason kind of forced Steve Kerr's hand, and the rest is history.
Yeah, but that a second round pick.
But Iguodala fit. I mean, he's like a good fit.
He was a good fit for what they
I think
were
you're both right. I think Lucas's research is validation for his point. But I agree with you. What you said.
I don't think, before we move on to my segment, I don't think they win no championships without Iguodala.
No,
I'll
not
say
at
that.
all.
No, I agree.
Maybe they win it with Durant, but definitely not the other two.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, that's it for my segment. Let's move on to teammates.
Let's get it.
Fourth quarter, teammates.
What's going through your head when you're watching Jaylen just chase Dame around, pick him up full court, clap his hands, get hyped up? Like, what is the experience watching that as his teammate?
It's like powerful. What that does for our team, how much better it makes us. Seeing him take the challenge of guarding the best guard on the other team, picking him up full court, chasing him around all night. It has an impact on the rest of the team, and really gives everybody else no excuses, right? If he can do that all night while still trying to be effective on the offensive end, it's nothing short of special.
Is he coming into every game saying, I got this, or is it just kind of the assumption now that, he's going to take that matchup?
It just depends on who we're playing. Especially with Drew out tonight, we all kind of knew JB was going to guard Dame.
All right, so that was Jason Tatum talking about his teammate Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown was drafted in the first round, the number 3 pick by the Boston Celtics in the 2016 NBA draft. Let's get into some of his teammates in his rookie season, which was the 2016-2017 NBA season. Their record that season was 53-29. Really good team off the bat. Their coach was Brad Stevens, and their executive was Danny Ainge. This is actually the team that we mentioned earlier. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They lost 4-1 to the LeBron Cavaliers. Some of his teammates were Avery Bradley, Jay Crowder, Al Horford, Amir Johnson.
Oh, yeah, Amir.
Kelly Olynyk, Terry Rozier.
Scary Terry.
Marcus Smart, James Young, Tyler Zeller, and Isaiah Thomas.
Yep.
IT.
That's a good squad.
That is a good squad.
Yeah,
that's a deep squad.
They just ran into LeBron.
Yeah, that's a deep squad.
They were a casualty of those mid-2000 Eastern Conference teams that just couldn't get past Miami LeBron or Cleveland LeBron.
Right.
Yep.
All right, so let's move on to I'm actually going to move on to the very next season before I ask a question.
Consecutive. Okay.
Yeah. Then this team, the 2017-18 team, it was a little bit different. They were still a good team, 55-27. Brad Stevens, Danny Ainge. Once again, they lost to the LeBron Cavaliers. This time they went Game 7. They won 7 games. They still lost to the LeBron Cavaliers. They couldn't get over the hump. Not yet. Some of his teammates were... Actually, one of his teammates was Jabari Bird. They were teammates at California.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Bird did get playing in California. I forgot about it.
Yeah. A Bird on the Celtics. Another teammate was Gordon Hayward. Now, this was the season Gordon Hayward first got there. In his first game, he had a catastrophic injury.
Yeah.
So they didn't have him all season. Yeah, that was one of the worst sports injuries. Some of his other teammates, Al Horford, Greg Monroe.
Oh, yeah, Greg Monroe was on the Celtics.
Marcus Morris, Jason Tatum, Daniel Tice, Gershon Yabusele.
Yeah.
Yabusele was on the Celtics?
He was the 6th round pick, the 16th pick of that year. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
He was the 16th pick.
He's a rookie.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And Kyrie Irving. This was the year they traded, they traded
Isaiah Thomas, Crowder, and one other person.
Yeah, for Kyrie Irving. Mm-hmm. This was a team that was supposed to really threaten the Cleveland Cavaliers, but they still came up short.
They're a little too young.
Yeah, a little too young. So far in Jaylen Brown's career, who complemented his game the most?
He needed somebody to create offense for him because he wasn't really an offensive player. So I'm actually going to use an unconventional player because he's not like a person you think as like a primary playmaker, but their point guards weren't primary playmakers. So I'm actually going to say Al Horford. Playmaking
like
five.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's a little out of the box. I'm with you. Ben.
We're talking about these first two seasons.
Yeah.
I think they won 55, and I know there was drama with Kyrie after, but he was an all-star. I think he was all-NBA with them. He was a big part of, I think, just being able to play at that young with that elite of a guard. So I'm going to say Kyrie Irving, actually. I'm sure like that, just playing with that kind of skill, talent on your team really helped Jaylen become probably the player he is now.
Yeah, that's a good one. I was thinking Kyrie too, but I'm going to agree with Lucas. I'm going to say the reason why Al Horford complimented him is because defensively,
that's
as a young player, you're trying to figure, all right, where do I need to be? What are my assignments? But with an outstanding defensive player like Al Horford, Jaylen Brown I don't want to say he didn't need to worry about that, but he definitely helped him whenever they were trying to shut down or scheme against opposing team's best player.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Just a point guard of just having that point guard, either Isaiah Thomas or Kyrie Irving, I think helped Jaylen Brown immensely, at least his first two seasons. All right, so let's go to the 2023-24 Boston Celtics. Last year's roster. Why? Because they won an NBA championship. Their record that last season was 64-18. Their coach was Joe Mazzulla. And at this point, Brad Stevens took over for Danny Ainge. He was the executive. They beat the Dallas Mavericks 4-1 in the NBA Finals. Some of his teammates were Sam Hauser, Drew Holiday, Luke Cornett, Kristaps Porzingis, Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, and, of course, Jason Tatum, Al Horford. I mentioned Al Horford. Yeah, I kind of mentioned this earlier. There was a team who just shot a lot of threes, and they won a lot of games that way. Is it good for basketball? That's another conversation for another day. But with that said, though, let me ask this question. Who won the most games with Jaylen Brown?
Oh.
Is it obvious?
No, I don't think it is.
Maybe not.
I think this
it's either Horford or Tatum. It's got to be either one of those.
It's got to be one of those guys.
The question is who got injured more, and that would probably be Horford. And Horford went away for a season
2
or
years. 2 years.
So
yeah, he's one of the Sixers.
It's got to be Tatum.
But remember, Tatum didn't play with him his first year either.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, who else would you go with?
No. It's one of those two. I am going to go with Tatum, but I think this is going to be like within 5 or 10 games.
Yeah, you got Marcus Smart too, so I would say Tatum.
But Marcus Smart hasn't played their last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody agrees with Tatum?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You all would be...
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't even close, man.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown won 378 games together.
Wow. Who's the next closest?
In 8 seasons.
Who's the next
closest is Al Horford with 326.
Wow.
Okay.
That's not even close. And third is Marcus Smart with 298. So look at it like this. In 582 games together, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown won 378.
That's a really good winning percentage. It's one of the best.
65%.
I wonder where that ranks all time among duos.
I don't know. We had to research that one. I would say Pippen and Jordan got a high winning percentage.
And Magic and Kareem.
Yeah.
Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
That's it for Jaylen Brown's career. He's only played with the Celtics. Before we go, though, any other teammates stand out to you guys? I'm going to go with Uriah first.
Thank you. I want to go with Drew Holiday, the player who, wherever he goes, just makes a difference, whether it's Milwaukee and winning a championship or going to Boston, winning a championship. Was a Sixer and was an all-star and somehow was traded away and started a whole process that I don't want to get into. But Drew Holiday.
We were ignoring the Pelicans, Drew Holiday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Though.
For this video, because it supports what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Oh, so we're just using facts.
Yeah, it's all about controlling the narrative.
Oh my gosh, this is not 2025. Come on, or it is.
No, I honestly, because Drew Holiday is such an unselfish player, he can do it all. He was a tremendous defensive player for Boston, helped them win a championship with Jaylen Brown. I'll go with Drew Holiday.
I'm going to go with Gordon. I'm going to go with Gordon Hayward. I almost said Kemba Walker, but I'm going to go with Gordon. Yeah, Kemba Walker was their starting point guard for 2 seasons.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't mention I didn't pick that year, but Kemba Walker did play with Jaylen.
That's right.
That was his last good year was with the Celtics. Anyway,
it really was.
Both, not just, Brown, but Tatum too, had a guy who was a constant professional in Gordon. Granted, his prime was stolen from him because of that ankle injury, right? But you think about learning from a vet, and I mean, Gordon was in his prime at the beginning of that contract at 27, 28, I want to say. I'm not exact sure on the age, but seeing how, just learning from him, I'm sure was a big thing that we can't even fathom.
I'm going to go with Derek White. The reason is the Celtics, I don't know if you guys remember, it was a trade deadline. It was their first finals run. They were below 500 and they went 28-7 kind of in or around the Derek White trade. Mm-hmm. They give up a pick for it. And the Spurs were thrown in the towel. It's a big difference. Yeah, he's such a big difference, man. And their team just clicked since they got him. As I said, they went 28-7, I think, after it was either after the All-Star break or after the trade deadline. This was 3 years ago. And yeah, they made the finals and he was huge in there. He just gives them so much versatility defensively. He's another shooter, another ball handler. He just fit in so well with Tatum and Brown. So I'm going to go Derek White.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah, it is. All right, so let's move on to Andre Iguodala.
All right.
Warrior to choose to become a Warrior and really started everything along with Steph, and Klay Thompson has got center stage to talk about his teammate.
I guess Klay lost.
Hello. Okay. Obviously, it's a special night for Dub Nation. We got one of the greatest Warriors in the history of the organization back. Call him the Swiss Army knife. One of my favorite teammates of all time. He made, me, Steph, and Draymond and Loon's job so much easier, as well as Coach Curry and all the coaching staff. So we're indebted to this man for what he gave us, and it's good to have you back, Dre. And I can't wait to see your jersey in the Raptors one of these days, bro.
All right, so that was Klay Thompson talking about his teammate, Andre Iguodala. Andre Iguodala was drafted with the 9th pick in the 2004 NBA draft by the Philadelphia 76ers. We're going to start with his rookie season, which was the 2004-05 Philadelphia 76ers. That season, they were 43-39. They were coached by Jim O'Brien, and their executive was Billy King. They actually made the playoffs that season, but they lost in the first round 4-1 to the Pistons. I think the Pistons won their championship that year, too.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Coached by Larry Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So some of his teammates were, some of these might sound familiar, Samuel Dellenbear.
Hey, Big Bear. There we go.
Willie Green.
Coach.
Yep, coach.
Not the coach, but the player, Mark Jackson.
There's another Mark, hold up. Point guard Mark Jackson or
no, he was a forward.
He's a forward center. He's a big.
I got a funny.
So Lucas, the guy, the irony is Jim Brown and Mark Jackson. They're the guys who do the Sixers post game. That Mark Jackson.
Oh, that Mark Jackson guy.
Yeah.
I got a phone call from Mark Jackson one day. I'll tell you my story later. Keep going.
All right.
Kyle Korver.
Yep.
Aaron McKee. Another Temple alum.
Yep.
Kevin Ollie.
Hey, he's a head coach too. Somewhere.
Yes. John Salmons.
Hey, I actually, low-key, I was a big John Salmons fan.
I like Salmons. He was a nice player.
Well, I honestly think he would have, in today's NBA, probably would have averaged around 18 to 20 points per game in today's NBA.
Yeah, he was a big, you're right, combo guard. You're right, he could have been a point forward. You're right.
6'7" shooting guard, yep.
Yeah, love it.
Corliss Williamson. I forgot Corliss Williamson was on the Sixers.
Yeah, I forgot that too.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Chris Webber.
Yeah.
And, of course, Allen Iverson.
Yep.
From a talent aspect, they weren't that bad, but 43-39 says otherwise.
That team had outside of Kyle Korver, there was no spacing.
you just said it. You have a 20-year-old rookie who, and Korver was also young, so they just didn't really meet. Iverson was in his prime. Weber was past his prime. Iguodala and Korver hadn't, and Lou Williams weren't there yet. So just
he
the timing
was
was
past
off.
his prime too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was past his prime by then.
Yeah.
But it was the younger guys. It was the Korver, Lou Williams, Iguodala. They just weren't there just yet. They were really great players, and the thing with Iverson was always his number 2 option just wasn't good enough. So
can I also say that I feel like based off of his run with the Sixers as well as his run with the Brooklyn Nets.
All right, so I think in the history of doing this teammate section, this is the largest jump I'm making right now from one season to the next.
Okay.
I'm going from the 04-05 season to the 2014-2015 season.
Nuggets?
A whole decade.
Nuggets or the Warriors?
No, it's got to be Warriors.
Yeah, it's the Warriors.
Okay.
Warriors. I'm highlighting the Warriors season now. I'm picking this season because they won the championship.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But actually, the most winning season was the next season.
Yeah.
When they won 73-9, but they lost the NBA championship to the LeBron Cavs. So I'm going to highlight the 2014-2015 season of the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
Their record was 67-15.
Mm-hmm.
Their coach was Steve Kerr, and their executive was Bob Myers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mentioned, they beat the Cavaliers that season 4-2 in the NBA Finals. Some of his teammates were Leonardo Barbosa, Harrison Barnes, Andrew Bogut, Stephen Curry, Festus Ezeli.
That's a shame that his injury got cut short. His career got cut short because of injury.
Yeah. Justin Holiday.
Yep.
David Lee.
Hey, he's played with two Holiday brothers.
Holiday brothers, yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, how about that?
And technically, Drew has played with both Iggy and Jaylen Brown.
That's true. Yeah.
There's your triangle.
Crossover.
There you go. We always get one. That's a good one.
I'm sure there's more. I just can't think of any right now.
Yeah.
Can you guys say that?
Is that you, Maurice?
Yeah.
What you do this time, buddy?
It's Eagles. It's people cheering for the Eagles.
Yeah, they're still celebrating.
I bet they are.
All right. This should be going now.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned David Lee. Okay. Did I say David Lee?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm just going to say it anyway. David Lee.
Yep.
Sean Livingston.
Yep.
Who remembers James Michael McAdoo?
I do, and I know why. No,
I do.
I have to explain something. My best friend, one of my best friends from college, went to high school with James Michael McAdoo in Norfolk.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is he related to Bob McAdoo?
That's a very unique name. We'll find out.
You'll find out. Brandon Rush.
I liked Brandon Rush.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice game. Maurice Spates.
Most Spates.
Former Sixer. Let me do my best, Ben. Former Sixer.
You do. Yeah.
I'm messing with you, Ben. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Klay Thompson and Draymond Green.
Okay.
A really good roster. This was a really good roster. Really well talent from top to bottom. I could see why they won 67 games. This was really good. So let me ask you guys this question. Let me ask the teammates the wins question. Who won the most games with Andre Iguodala?
That's a tough question.
This one is very tough. It's literally a couple numbers separating here.
I think I know it just because I looked it up.
Are the two players, are they on separate teams or the same team?
Huh?
Because he had a long run with the Sixers, but he also
this is Warriors. This is Warriors.
This is Warriors players.
They've won 60 plus games every year.
I'm gonna say Draymond Green.
Yeah, he was the healthiest. I'm gonna say
Clay was always injured. Yeah,
and so was Steph. Didn't have the best ankles to begin his career.
I think I know the answer to this.
Wait,
so surprise people.
Down,
all right,
I'm gonna break it down like this. The top three is Clay, Steph, and Draymond Green. They all played 8 seasons with Andre Iguodala. This is a couple numbers off, so this is short hairs we're talking about here.
Well,
so go ahead, Ben.
I'm still sticking with my answer.
What's your answer?
I said Draymond Green.
Okay, Uriah and Lucas said Draymond. What you got, Ben?
I'm going to say Clay because he was durable before his injury. So I'm going to say Clay.
All right, so number 1 is 397 and number 2 is 396.
Wow.
So Lucas and Uriah, you are correct.
Yeah.
Oh.
Klay Thompson is number 2 with 396.
Oh, we beat you by 1.
Where's Curry on that list?
And Curry is 390.
Oh, wow.
That's close, too.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. It's like,
who's the first Sixer on that list? Let me ask you that. Who's the first Sixer?
It's going to be Spates.
It's Spates.
He played for.
That's right.
Yeah, he was traded. Spates was in the trade, the bottom trade, and so he played with him in
Denver.
Denver.
And then he played with him again in Golden State.
I honestly thought it was going to be Sam Dallenberg. That's who I thought it was going to be.
How many games did he play with Spates? Because they 6
seasons.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
6 seasons with Spates, 267. The lone Sixer, a player, the first Sixer player he played strictly with Iguodala as a Sixer is Lou Williams with 214.
Okay, not bad.
Not bad at all. That just goes to show you that the Warriors teams are winning a lot of games.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And health plays a part in it as well.
Yeah.
They once Steph got, after his first few years, once he got healthy with his ankles and they figured out his usage, they were really durable, those guys.
Right.
Yeah. So what's the last season we got, Maurice?
Actually, I'm going to highlight 2 more seasons.
Oh, 2 more. Okay.
I'm going to highlight his 2019-2020 Miami Heat team.
That was a secretly stacked team.
This is the bubble team, but hey, it still counts, right?
Yep, still counts.
That's right. He made 5 finals.
Yeah, so he was a very winning player. So the Miami Heat that season were 44-29. They were coached by Eric Spoelstra, executive Pat Riley. They lost in the NBA Finals 4-2 to the Lakers. Some of his teammates were Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, once again Jay Crowder. So Jay Crowder played with both.
Yep, Jay Crowder. Yeah, that's a good.
Okay.
Yep. Goran Dragic, player we always mention somehow, some way on this podcast. Udonis Haslem.
Yep.
Tyler Hero, Derek Jones Jr., Miles Leonard, Kendrick Nunn, Kelly Olynyk again. So Kelly Olynyk played with both.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Duncan Robinson, Deion Waiters, and Justice Winslow. We're going to wrap it up with this one. The 2021-22, he went back to the Warriors and he won another NBA championship. This season they were 53-29, coached by Steve Kerr, once again, executive Bob Myers. This iteration of the Golden State Warriors had Jonathan Kuminga, Kevin Looney, Gary Payton II, Jordan Poole, Otto Porter, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, and Lucas, how you say this? Nemanja Bjelica?
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Nemanja Bjelica?
No. It's Nemanja
Bjelica.
There we go. Nemanja Bjelica. That's the name.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So this was a very young team. Somehow, some way they won the NBA championship that year. Roster-wise, they didn't have the greatest roster, but I do remember Andrew Wiggins having like a career year with the Warriors.
Oh yeah, he had a breakout playoffs run, especially in the finals. I almost wanted to give him the MVP over Steph because he was that big.
Yeah, Wiggins had a good season. So which teammate stands out throughout the career of Andre Iguodala? I'm gonna start with Ben.
Well, you got to go Steph Curry just because of like the style. The off-ball movement of everyone, the screening requires like a level of discipline, passing, screening. So I would say Steph Curry, and it worked. It was a really successful system.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Steph Curry as well. You think of Andre Iguodala, you think of Steph Curry, you think of the Warriors. You don't really think of the Sixers unless you're a Sixers fan.
Okay.
Casual fans are gonna think of the Warriors.
Just to be different, I'm going to say Allen Iverson.
I knew you were going to do that.
And it's not, and I'm not trying to bash Allen Iverson, but it is well documented that Allen Iverson did not have the best practice habits. And I think being a young player, practice. What? I think Iguodala is probably wise enough to kind of look at some of the things that AI was doing, practice and preparation wise, that maybe he just probably, and I'm just assuming that he's like, all right, I probably need to go this way with my route of preparation. But at the same time, AI was a star, and Iggy probably got firsthand notice of how NBA stars were treated and the pitfalls and the dangers that come with being a superstar in the NBA. So I'm sure from an observational point of view, Iguodala picked up a lot just from being around Allen Iverson, good, bad, or what have you.
I actually want to shout out Klay Thompson. Because we tend to forget Klay Thompson was one of the better defenders in the league. And he was also a good one of the best spot-up shooters.
Absolutely.
Right next to Steph. So him and Andre Iguodala together on the court, they had a lot of good defense. People don't think of the Warriors. You think of just shooting and all that, but they have really good defenders.
Yeah.
Klay, Draymond, Iguodala.
Good point.
Harrison Barnes was a good defender.
Yeah.
Looney is a good defender and rebounder. Yeah, we tend to forget about that, but shout out Klay Thompson.
That's good call there, Maurice.
Yeah. All right, so we're done. Ready to wrap up.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Now that we've given you all the facts on Jaylen Brown and Andre Iguodala, it's time for you to make your case.
At this point, it's not about our opinion, it's about yours.
We'll see you on your favorite social media platform. Ready to check out your takes. Chime in on our Instagram at NBA_now_and_then_pod, on X at NBA_now_and_then, and don't forget our YouTube and Facebook pages, NBA Now and Then.
For the sources of information used on this episode, you can visit our website, www.nbanowandthen.com. Also, please visit our website to sign up for our monthly newsletter and check out our comparison articles from Lucas Johnson.
Don't forget you can follow the NBA stars we featured on today's episode through their social media.
You can follow Jaylen Brown on X and Instagram at FCHWPO.
And you can follow Andre Iguodala on X and on Instagram at Andre.
Okay, guys, this has been great. This has been the perfect comparison. Unlike what some people might think. No, we had a blast. Don't forget to follow us on social media. And we look forward to seeing you next time, where we will have a comparison of two amazing shooters. One of them was mentioned. That would be Klay Thompson and Chris Mullin. Ooh. All right, guys, we'll check you out next time. Peace.
See you.
Later.
Adios.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We are here with another great comparison. Before we get into it, though, like we always do, we humbly ask that you follow our...
First cuss word.
Follow our...
I hope not.
Oh, man. All right. Sorry.